Secondly, let's move on. So the next piece I want to show you is the budget and budgetary control. Obviously, again, we're under pressure and we need to constantly be evaluating where we stand from a financial position. We don't want to have to always do that at month end. We don't want to have to produce a report and say, hey, where are we? Cost actual versus budget. So what we do in Business Central is we activate the budget control feature. With the activation of the budget control feature basically means that when we do things such as, and what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to go into a purchase order that I've prepared here. So when I come into the purchase order here, let's say that I'm raising a purchase order. In this case here, I'm going to raise a purchase order for good old Professional Advantage, because we all know they're a great consulting group that we get to do some work for us. So I'm entering a purchase order. I'm just going to collapse this area here because I don't need all that information at the moment. And you can see here, I'm entering a simple line against a simple, I'm going to come across the right here. I've got right at the end here, I've got my business group and my grant code as part of the dimensions on that line. But if I expand on the fact box area on the right here, when I'm entering this purchase order, you can see that instantly at a glance here on the right, I get instant information as to where I'm at. So here's my budget control area. So for this particular line, so basically looking at the GL code that I've coded this line to, looking at all the dimensions I've entered, it then instantly brings back the budget for that particular combination of GL and dimensions and tells me exactly where I'm at. In other words, in my example here, my budget is $1,050. Now I'm validating budget by month. So I've got $1,050 I can expense for the month. On this particular line, I've entered $500. So that's my unengaged amount here. Engaged is what I've already got sitting in the system waiting to be posted and approved. And then the realized amount is what I've already posted. So we can see that with what we've already posted alone, we've exceeded budget. So we're over by $120 already for the month. So if I try to go and release or approve this document, then instantly it's going to tell me. So if I hit the release button here, the equivalent of basically almost like approving this document, you'll see here, I get a warning. Now, all of this is configurable, whether you get a warning or an error and what have you, but the person raising the requisition or entering that purchase document is instantly alerted to the fact that, hey, do you realize that one of the lines on this document is going to exceed budget? And at this point, I have to either say yes, continue, or no. Yeah. So we're not having to wait to the end of the month to produce that financial report to give the individual departments so they can work out whether they've exceeded budget. They've been alerted as and when it's happening, right? So it's, again, trying to help you streamline all those processes.